Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, it's all yours.
B.A. Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, deceptively so. Thank you, Allie. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You take a look at the Lakers. Still early, but they have the third best record in the conference. And, of course, the Clippers, they're tied right now.
When I look at the Clippers, there is a lot of talent on this team, and they've delivered. They're having a great season, and it's only left their fans wanting more.
But how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
And the Lakers starting five. LeBron is the 3 with Davis in at the 4. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Harrell in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, the talented pair of George and Kawhi at the 2 and the 3. Marcus Morris out there with Serge Ibaka. Here's George. Well, we've seen some hot starts and some ugly starts early in the season. Grant, you know I love watching that scoreboard now. So how long should teams wait before they start worrying about their record?
B.A., I've been on teams with both hot and ugly starts, so I know a thing or two about this. But I think there's a rule of thumb about 20 to 25 games is enough of a sample size to get a real sort of indication of what this particular team is. You know, obviously, schedule, road trips, a lot of things to factor in, but usually about 25 games, maybe even 30 games, then you can start to get to a point where you can maybe worry about the team and if changes are needed.
And finished off by Davis.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
Now here's George. Not a lot of room.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Paul George pulls it in. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's a 5-point game. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. James passes to Davis. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Leonard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Kawhi Leonard's length lets him play bigger than his size.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 to get this one going. James against Leonard. Oh, throw it
Look
down!
out.
Can you say
Wow.
elevation?
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
James, no good on the free throw.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
Low block shot. Ooh, Harrell with the denial. Leonard against James. Over Leonard. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Clippers trail. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the bucket is good.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful. You know, I think most people consider Paul George to be an LA guy, but actually he grew up in a very small town, Palmdale. It's a little bit north. Fishing, city fairs, time in the gym, those were the big aspects of his upbringing.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
James with the ball, guarded now by George. James against George. James passes to Davis. 4 on the clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Doris, growing up in Palmdale, Paul George may be overlooked as a high schooler.
Yeah, no doubt, because he was outside the bright lights of the big city. And to this day, he wants to make sure his community isn't left behind. He goes back, he organizes fishing tournaments, fundraisers to refurbish parks and gyms, and bringing after-school programming to Palmdale. I love it.
That free throw good from James. And some changes here for the Lakers. Kuzma comes in for Harrell, and it's Thomas in for Schroeder. No good on the second free throw. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 to get things underway. Pass to Zubac. That one goes. Count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
So it's the Clippers now, trailing by 4. Kennard with it. Here's the 3. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
James outside. Pass to Davis. 2 points. That one goes. Davis has got 6 points.
Just incredible. I mean, what muscle and balance. These tough finishes help Davis get into a rhythm.
Now here's Kennard. And it's blocked by Davis. The open shot by James. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
The Clippers call timeout, coming off a win against the Blazers.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. A minute 50 left in the first. Outside Jones. Kennard outside. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Davis. 6 points for him. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And it's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
There's 2 things you always hear about Isaiah Thomas. He's about heart and he's about desire. And there's a willingness to put a team on his shoulders when necessary.
Here's Mann. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And he makes it.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Here's Thomas to the left side wing. Here's Ariza. But they recover it. Kuzma down low. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Pass to Mann. They get it back. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Thomas. Back to Kuzma. Fernando grabs the miss. The Clippers have got 7 of 15 to find the net. Pass to Kennard. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
You know, just determined to protect the lead with all the effort they've got. Superb anticipation on that block.
Five ticks left to play in the first.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Lakers ahead. They lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And catching up with Luke Kennard earlier, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
And it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It really does, and this is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got Luke Kennard. Serge Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Paul George. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Ariza to the paint. Ibaka with a steal. Now Leonard. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. George's shot is off.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. There's just been so many years of production from Serge Ibaka. He has been a double-digit scorer for almost his entire career, and surprisingly, has never made an all-star team.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
PJ Tucker at 6'5" is more than willing to hold it down at center. He said, "So what? It's basketball. I've done it my whole life. It doesn't matter. People ask me why I play so hard. I don't have a choice. That's what I've got to do. Period. Just holding it down no matter what."
Thank you, Allie. Ibaka, a player you're surprised never got an all-star invite.
VA, I'm shocked. He's been on the cusp several times, but never got there. Regardless, he's always been central to a team's success. Hard to replace a guy in your lineup who gives you so much like Ibaka.
Ariza, good.
You know this. You better honor Trevor Ariza if he's beyond the arc. He is more than happy to fire away.
Pass to Leonard. The Lakers with a rebound. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Schroeder can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Kicks it to George for 3. Rebounded by Kuzma.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Fires the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to George. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Lakers. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
George passes to Leonard. Screen by Ibaka. Leonard, good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Schroeder. 9 points for him in his last game. Here's Ariza. Tries again. Here's Harrell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harrell's gotten his first points in this one.
Yeah, this guy is tremendous at keeping plays alive. Montrezl Harrell getting to the offensive window.
Here's Leonard. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game. Well, Grant, the game's tempo seems to increase each year. You think there's a point at which it'll snap back to the other direction?
You know, B.A., that's a great point. I mean, I think back to the 90s when I played, and the game was at a snail's pace. It was a grinded-out defensive battle. And slowly over the years, the tempo has picked up. As you said, each and every year it's increased. But I do think at some point, the pendulum will swing back, and we'll get back to a little bit more a little bit less pace in terms of how the game is played. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting close. The game constantly evolves in some form or fashion, and I believe that we'll kind of get back to maybe a little bit more of a slower pace at some point in the future.
Yeah, the kind of game we see in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Just fluidity that LeBron plays with, his ability to change direction on a drive so quickly, incredible.
Zubac with it. Pass to Kennard. A chance to check out the Los Angeles Clippers' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And the first one at the line is good. And the Clippers making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Here's Thomas. Pass to Harrell. Out to James. Here's Thomas. Takes a three. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Here's Mann. High arcing shot. And Davis with the block. Now Kennard. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Lakers have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to Zubac. Outside Jones. Now here's Kennard. Here's Mann. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Kennard. Takes the 3. James with the rebound. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Thomas misses.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Kennard. Hits the trifecta. Kennard's got 8.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Pass to Harrell. And Harrell with the strong finish.
This young guy is an absolute monster at the rim. So tough for opponents to match Harrell's level of physicality.
The Clippers have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Here's Mann. There's 47 seconds left to play in the half.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Harrell finds James. Here's Thomas. Oh, he's way off from outside. The Clippers trail. Into the lane. Jones' shot is good. Jones has got his first basket.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thomas. Tipped.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Kennard outside with one on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Lakers ahead. They're up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only.
Ooh, nice.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here, got Kenny the Jet. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, this game has been a showcase of the Kings' talent, agility, power, and the shots keep falling. LeBron has the defense totally overwhelmed.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers.
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And so in the game for the Lakers, LeBron is the 3 with Davis in at the 4. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Harrell in at the center position. Now here's George. Screen by Ibaka.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now. Morris, right side. Fires the 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Leonard against James. Clock at 6. Davis a screen. James passes to Davis. And Davis slams it home.
I'm not sure there is a right way to defend LeBron in pick and roll situations. He'll score it or he's going to set up a teammate. Turn the lights out.
Davis has gotten everything to drop so far. Shooting 4 of 4. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Leonard. Rebound, the Lakers. Davis has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Caldwell-Pope. George defending. And here's Schroeder outside. Here's Davis. Denied by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
LeBron with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. Boy, Doris, the calm demeanor of Kawhi Leonard. It's paying dividends in the big moments.
He's unafraid when the game's on the line. He'll be aggressive. He doesn't shy away from responsibility. One coach said his meter doesn't run too hot or too cold.
And slam dunk by James.
Well, there are certain physical advantages brought to the table by LeBron James, and that's one of them right there.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. George passes to Ibaka. Now Leonard, pass to George. And here's Leonard. Fades back. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot, just didn't fall there. Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
George for three, pure from three-point range. George has got 5.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Back to James. Pass to Harrell. Ibaka with a steal. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Schroeder comes with a double team. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
So both teams making some changes here. Well, I've heard you talk about the importance of team chemistry in the NBA, Grant. Doesn't necessarily fit in the analytics model, but it is certainly still a factor.
Yeah, B.A., it's everything to a team's success. When you have an environment where everyone in the locker room, they trust each other, they know each other, they can be real and honest with each other. And as you go through a season and the postseason, you can endure whatever hiccups come along the way. So chemistry is so essential to a team's success. And yes, you can't measure that with analytics.
Well, just terrific body control from Isaiah Thomas. This guy's amazing at his ability to convert through contact.
And that one misses. They've got numbers. Here's Leonard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you get the sense in this league that there are some star players who enjoy and embrace the spotlight. For Kawhi Leonard, you don't get the sense fame is his goal. This guy's out there trying to be the absolute best he can be and maximize his basketball abilities.
Here's Thomas. He's got 5. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Thomas. Fires from deep. Leonard pulls down the board. Well, you know, Kawhi never seems to be worried about popularity, Doris. Just boilerplate quotes. He's not trying to be catchy.
It boils down to 2 things for Kawhi Leonard. He wants to put in the work, and he wants to win. And while he fulfills his media roles, you better be on point with your questions because this guy suffers no fools. After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Thomas. 4-3. Leonard pulls down the board. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. And we've got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Impressive. I mean, you can see the mindset he has. When the game is this close, he really brings it at that end of the floor.
Pass to Zubac. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Clock at 2. Man, misses. The Lakers trail. Here's Ariza. Pass to Thomas. From the arc. The rebound by Mann.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
with the teardrop, and he sinks the layup.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
The Lakers shooting the ball at 48% so far. Here's Thomas, defended by Kennard. Fires for three. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. Caruso, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Inside, deflects the pass. 43 seconds left in the third. Thomas. The shot comes out, so the Clippers will take it the other way.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him, there's no doubt.
And that one's good, man. Here's Caruso, defended by Kennard.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. 27 seconds left in the third. Pass to Fernando. Zubac's with it. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Jones. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Ariza. It could go. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, up 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Clippers in the lead. On the wings, it's George and Kawhi. Marcus Morris out there with Serge Ibaka. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And slam dunk by James.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Leonard attacking. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Now, here is James. And here's Schroeder outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 5th assist in this one. George outside. Covered by Schroeder. Ibaka with a screen on Schroeder. Takes it inside. Oh, denied by Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell's ability to block shots is all about his footwork and timing. That was nice. Huge bucket at the rim, and they cut into that lead. That's exactly where he likes to make his living.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's George. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. And the Clippers lead by 6. James with the ball, and Ibaka picks him up defensively. And that one's good. James.
This guy's an absolute beast. You see the power and the soft touch that LeBron James combines in his game. Wow.
Now here's George. Pass to Leonard. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Showing some muscle on the interior. You can see why they go to him at this stage of the game.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. George passes to Ibaka. They get it again. Over Harrell. It's stolen by James. Harrell finds James. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Serge Ibaka.
Stop it. What can you do? James is so big and athletic that sometimes you have to foul him if you're on the defensive end.
Caldwell Pope's checked in for the Lakers. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Pass to Leonard. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Here's Schroeder. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Instant offense. Dennis Schroeder can fire up his team with that pretty dribble drive.
It's George with the drive. Oh, denied by Harrell. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's James to take the lead. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by James. James has got his 6th assist of the night. The Clippers trail. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
With the way he shot the ball, he had to be the choice. His percentage was fantastic, and he's just done a great job of finding space and taking advantage of every inch the defense gives him.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Covered by Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Leonard gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
James passes to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's George. Let's go with a 3. The Lakers with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Here's James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Zubac, he's checked in for the Clippers. Well, the Clippers shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Lakers on D. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
James up top. Leonard defending. James against George. Shot's good by James. James has got 25 points. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Here's Leonard. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half. The Lakers trail. James, right side. Driving in. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. And it's going to be on Ivica Zubac. That free throw good from James.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the and one.
Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
But Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
1:33 left in the fourth. Now, here is James. Out to Schroeder. Back to James. Harrell the screen. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The Clippers have gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. And here's Leonard. And he drives in. Good D by Harrell.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot by James, no good. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Out to Schroeder. Back to James. Davis, a screen. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Leonard against James. Pass to Zubac. Yes!
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
So a close game sees the Clippers taking this one. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Kawhi, you seem to pick it up offensively down the stretch. What changed for you?
I just started to knock down shots, got my rhythm going, my teammates found me, and just kept going from there.
It helps when the shots actually go in. Shooters got to keep shooting. Thanks, Kawhi.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.